ways to become a better you. All of us dream of self-betterment. All of us imagine versions of ourselves that are more badass, more successful, more confident, and more attractive. In fact, this is one of the most common tropes that you see in the movies. Characters in films, books, and TV will almost always go through a kind of transformation at some point, or realization that sees them emerging stronger and greater than before. This is the apotheosis in Joseph Campbell's monomyth, and it is a clear sign that a drive for growth is ingrained deeply in the human psyche. So, how do you go about becoming that better you, super you? In this presentation, we'll explore 3 strategies that can make a huge difference. 1. Become stronger. An easy way to upgrade yourself is to become physically stronger through weight training. This has a profound impact on you as a person. First, becoming stronger will improve your appearance, your confidence, and your attractiveness. On top of that, being stronger will make you more formidable in combat and better able to take care of yourself. You'll become better at sports. You'll improve your metabolism by altering your hormones, and you'll be more handy whether you're moving furniture or opening jars. 2. Meditate. Just as you should strengthen your body, so too should you strengthen your mind. Meditation will help you to better react to stressful events, to increase your IQ and your concentration, and to increase the very size and weight of your brain, the most important parts at least. This is a transformative practice and something that everyone should engage in. 3. Learn. The other crucial thing that you can do to become a better version of yourself is to keep learning. Keep learning and discovering, and you will keep your brain in a plastic state, constantly growing and making it much easier for you to take on new skills, while fortifying you against age-related cognitive decline. Learning means reading books and taking courses. It means learning languages, instruments, and skills like engineering. These skills will each give you new abilities that in themselves will make you a more useful individual and more self-sufficient. But at the same time, learning should also mean learning through travel, through experience. If you get yourself out into the open world and explore, you will gain a more rounded personality, a broader view of the world, and deeper understanding. 5 ways to reduce stress in your life. Stress is the big obstacle that stands in the way of your happiness and your success. Stress is what leaves many of us too tired and drained in the evenings to do anything productive, and it is what can lead to depression or illness if left unchecked. Unfortunately, though, our lives are filled with stress in this day and age. Keep listening then, and discover some of the best ways to reduce stress in your life. Meditate. Meditation is an incredibly powerful tool that trains you to focus the mind. This puts you in control of your own attention, meaning that you can now choose not to focus on the things that are making you stressed. Most people who take up the practice of meditation report that it helps them to feel much calmer and deal with stress better. Go minimalist. You probably don't realize just how much stress is caused by clutter in your home. Living in an untidy house is incredibly stressful, and so is the process of regularly tidying it. Less stuff equals less work and more mental space. Get a hobby. A hobby can be a great way to reduce your stress. If you can put your attention on something like painting, playing an instrument, or reading, then it will provide you with an escape from whatever is making you stressed at the time. At the same time, the sense of progress and accomplishment you can get from bettering yourself in a hobby will also make a huge difference to your mental state. Learn to say no. One of the easiest ways to make yourself stressed is to attempt to please everybody all of the time. Unfortunately, this is a thankless and impossible task, and a one-way ticket to burnout. Avoid it by learning to say no to requests and to occasionally turn people down. Change your job. Perhaps the thing that is most likely to be causing stress in your life is your job. If you find that you are bringing work home with you, that you are constantly stressed, and that you dread Mondays, then you may want to consider changing your job. At the end of the day, your happiness and your health are far more important than your career, and you might be surprised how easily you can find something more rewarding and fulfilling. How to create a morning routine. In his book, Tools of Titans, Tim Ferriss examines the habits, strategies, and philosophies of some of the most successful people on the planet. From startup entrepreneurs to Hollywood actors to musicians to software engineers and athletes. What is surprising looking through this excellent book is just how many things these great individuals have in common, just how many commonalities there are between such a diverse cast of characters. What Tim found, among other things, is that almost all of these interviewees had some kind of morning routine. They all had some series of habits that started their day. Looking online, it's clear to see that many other successful people also encourage this practice. So, how do you go about coming up with a morning routine of your own, and perhaps emulating some of their success? Wake up earlier. One of the first crucial tips if you want to get more out of your day is to wake up earlier. If you wake up early, then you'll have more time to get yourself in the correct frame of mind before you launch yourself out into the open world. This is something a lot of people struggle with, but it can make a huge difference to your life if you can overcome the urge to hit snooze. Meditate or journal. Once you're up, one of the best things you can do is to engage in some form of self-reflection. The challenge for many of us is that as soon as our day starts, we're forced to launch straight into responding to emails, dealing with complaints, and generally being reactive. Start your day in a calm manner and reflect, and you'll be better able to handle this barrage. Exercise. If you plan to exercise at the end of the day, then you will often find yourself too tired and strung out to do so. This is often the reality. Exercise before your day begins, though, and you'll always know that you'll always have that under your belt before you begin. This will also give you a boost in energy and an early win, both of which will help you to start your day right. If you don't feel like working out, then doing some yoga or just some stretches can also work well. Other activities. If you time your wake up well and give yourself enough time before you need to leave the house or begin work, then this is also a good time to practice a hobby, do some reading, or catch up on the news. Anything you'd like to become a regular part of your day, add here. How to find your life's purpose. Imagine going on a journey and not knowing your destination. Chances are you wouldn't get anywhere very useful anytime quickly, and you wouldn't use your fuel in the most efficient way either. This is how many of us live our lives, just kind of drifting without having any real sense of purpose or destiny. If you can find your life's purpose, then you'll be able to take more control and set a course that will result in a better life for you and your family. But how do you go about finding your life's purpose, your passion? Something that will make you leap out of bed each morning with enthusiasm and vigor. Keep listening for some tips and advice that will help. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that their life's purpose needs to be just one thing. They may, for instance, think it means that they need to pick a career they want or a hobby they're passionate about. Most of us have more sides to us than that, however, and that's fine. What you should aim to do instead is to find common themes between your objectives and your priorities. Find what it is about the things you love that makes them so important to you. If you can find these common themes, then you can often uncover an underlying motivation. Ask yourself some questions then. What do your heroes have in common? What things do you enjoy doing? When was the last time you felt a real sense of purpose and joy? What is it about your approach to life and your hobbies that sets you apart. Using this information, you can now begin to create yourself a guideline or an ethos. This is your mission statement, a statement of intent and a way of branding yourself so that people better understand what you're all about. It should be no more than 2 sentences long. Be completely honest here, and know that there are no wrong answers. Don't force yourself into a mold, or try and choose a mission that you think is appropriate. Instead, write a mission statement that is an honest and natural reflection of who you are. Oh, and one more thing. Don't be afraid to change that mission statement over time. We are changing people, and our goals and interests evolve with time. Loyalty to an older version of yourself will only hold you back. How to meditate in 3 steps. A lot of us spend a good deal of time in the gym, training and improving our bodies. We know that this is important for our health, for our performance, and for our physical attractiveness even. But what we spend a lot less time doing is working on our minds. This is a big mistake, however, as training the mind is just as important, if not more important, than training the body. What is the best way to go about training the mind? Many would argue that the answer is meditation. The only problem is that a lot of people have no clue as to how they should get started with it. Here's how to do it in 3 steps. Step 1. Find somewhere comfortable and quiet where you can sit with your eyes closed. The aim is to be comfortable enough that you aren't constantly having to shift in place, but not so comfortable that you're in danger of falling asleep. Cross your legs and rest your hands on your thighs. Set a timer for 10 minutes, or however long you want to meditate for. Step 2. Now the aim is to completely clear your mind by focusing on just one thing. Depending on the type of meditation, transcendental, mindfulness, this can be one of many different things. You can try to keep your mind empty of thoughts. You can try to observe your own thoughts without engaging with them. Or you can hum and focus on that sound. Another popular option is to light a flame and watch that. Step 3. Each time you find your mind drifting and filling with irrelevant thoughts, simply bring it back. Don't punish yourself, and don't worry if you occasionally have to move. Just quietly note that your mind wandered, and then try to focus it again. This is all you are really doing. Practicing focus.
Stay tuned for part 2. Please like, share, comment and subscribe for more positive and helpful videos.